day. I was going to do a live stream. I was going to leave it until Sundays. I thought it was rather important I come back and do another one. Return and do another one. Hobbies happened. All that stuff happened. And over time, lives change. Change happened. And I'm not always showing and telling and appearing the same as I was, all historical, all geographical, and all financial. Others happened. And I'm not going to stop showing and telling that I was the victim, although I am going to move on. And drink more coffee. And photos there. My cat and I. Foodie Beauty, Caffeine Queen. And I'm having my caffeinated coffee and condiment now. It's not as hot as it was earlier, although it's hot. And it's good. Honeybees. Awesome. Yesterday I celebrated being a mother, although I don't have all my fur babies living with me, such as some honeybees adopted. Mother's Day happened once more. Belated Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there that are my audience, viewers, and fans. Cheers. I'm taking up more botany this year. It's a hobby I pick up once in a while since my career's earlier and education's earlier. I'm going to do something with that this year. I have lots of time this year. Lots of time. I don't have to clean litter boxes. I don't have to medicate. I don't have to worry about my gravely ill, sicker pussycat. My emotional support pet, my emotional support fur baby, my emotional support companion died, is dead, and I have to cope. And it's lonely because he was with me. My emotional support was with me day and night, many a years. And now I'm on my own, having to go through it all by myself. I mean, my mother, who is disabled and has mental health issues herself, I'm not completely alone, although I feel very alone. I'm frightened. Internet, Wi-Fi's, social media virtuals. I don't go out as often as I used to. I live in constant fear. Constant fears. Today I don't even want to leave home. I'm doing indoor walk fit. I'm not counting my steps, although I know I'm going to be doing more than 500 today, which is not a lot, which are not a lot of steps, although greater and better than not any. I might make it up to 800. I don't know. I don't have an indoor, a compact treadmill at home. I don't feel like walking to any gym to go exercise in there. That and I'd have to leave home. I go through these phases of being afraid, and it's because I'm a victim, and I know where they are, and the police did nothing, absolutely nothing to prevent them from staying places that they weren't before, that were not their home addresses, etc. And some police were like, you have to remove it from the internet. I'm like, why? What do I have to remove? And it was a common area. You're familiar with real estate condominiums. It was in the common area, which is considered somewhat public because it's not indoors, residential, private property. It's outside. And it's not just another resident using that as private property. It's a common area. And there's securities cameras on. And, you know, it's a public, and I'm not the only one that had cell phones on, uh, maybe doing a real time um, conversation online, phone call, text messaging, social media, virtual, out there. And somebody didn't like it, and the police told me to remove it. And I'm like, well, the police have to go door to door and canvass all residents and their guests and all staff and uh, shut it all down. Will they? No. Can they? No. Do they? No. They cannot. It's what life is nowadays, and those police officers should have been demoted and reprimanded, and back there, demoted and reprimanded by their superior being, and them and or more police should have been sent back to her and had her read her rights and arrested with a warrant, arrest a warrant and search warrant, and searched in there and got her once and for all. Social media, etc., networking, online, all those websites, all those social media, all those virtuals, all those other people were on and used, while themselves, with and or without mental health issues, neurologically impaired, and or mentally ill themselves. All about, all to, and all about my parents, and my parents' parents, and my parents' parents' parents, and my parents' 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 parents, and all animals, and all pets, all fur babies, and myself, and all my educators, all my employers, everyone, and everything, including all other people's staff, employers, internet trolled, online, uh, those Bellises and me, Bellis, they should have really, because they're not allowed to do that. They're not allowed to do that. That's not part of their jobs, titles, jobs, duties, job descriptions, jobs, details. It's none of their jobs, duties. None of them. All those other people that did that, with and or without harassing and bullying us earlier, all of those stalkers, they should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not, did and do that. Yet they did. And they wanted me to end my careers and not further advance my educations and hobbies and have more relationships, all historical, all geographical, all financial, all new. And here I am once more, having my morning coffee, condiment because of my voice, my throat. There's not any lemon in it, although, honey, I'm looking at my botany that I'm doing indoors. Now, I loved and liked my cat dearly. I know my cat was gravely ill and sicker, and blood in his urine, blood in my cat urine. Although, once a mother, always a mother. And just looking at my pets, fur babies, Bellis's, fairies, garden, indoors. And I'm hopeful to do more this year and have it wherever I be, you know? I want some herbs because I want to grow my own uh, basil and chives at least, and mint, so that I can eat knowing that they're not touched by dirty garbage, other people, and not a lot of nature, although I'm hopeful. Because when I have a baked potato, sometimes I do. I like to have some chives, plant-based condiment, and or real butter, and or margarine, and some sour cream. Not the light stuff. I'm only doing that for a little while. I don't like eating diet foods, and diet condiments on my foods. That grosses me out. I have tried several times and I don't like it. When I eat, I want to eat real foods. Real foods. Whereas condiments, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Although I don't like diet beverages. Although the ones that have the zero, okay, those ones I do like. And I occasionally, when there's one available, I home I do. I like, I love Pepsi Zero nowadays, and um, anything and everything else with the word zero. And I like my sugar-free syrups in my coffees when I'm not having honey. I like baklava. Is that how it's pronounced, baklava? That's made with honey. I like that. I love it actually. Although I don't eat all of it when I get it, one piece is just enough, you know? When I'm craving. I'm craving it now. I can't have. That's sad. And I mean, diet food isn't, I'm talking about the kind that you buy at stores for sale. Those kind of diet foods, you know? Low calories, high in sodium, high in sugar, yet, or a sugar substitute. Low calories, although, and how many do I have to eat in order to get full? One package was not enough all the time. Instead, I'd rather just, restrict. Instead of having 2 or 6 packages of noodles, I just have one as my noodle soup. I have one serving of soup more often than I have 2 servings of soup. Instead of having 6 or 7 of something or other, I have only 1 or 2. Raw vegetables often instead of fresh because they're easier to store and they last longer. And I like today, I'm going to have at some time or other um, riced cauliflower and vegetables, and 1 cup of cooked rice. Some other people would call that and told that diet food. I don't call that diet food. That's just food. Foods. That's good. The thing that's missing today is meat. Today is a meatless Monday. I'm trying to have myself a meatless Monday. Now, later on, um, I may or may not eat a veggie burger, although I am going to continue with my uh, foodieism. Foodieism is connoisseuring. Whatever I do, you know, I read all your votes yesterday, and I'm going to make some new videos about that and do that and eat. And I'm not going to count calories. I'm not going to do it every day, mind you, although I am going to do it. And that's what my audience, my fans, my viewers want to see. That's what I'm going to do. When I finish this, of course I'm going to have a coffee with a sugar-free syrup later on today. Of course. And health and fitness, well-being and fitness, wellness and fitness. I'm going to have a piece of chocolate with my coffee later. Today. Maybe. Oh yeah. And I'm seriously going to read my book. Borrowed Book Club book. I'm going to read that this month, absolutely. Although it's a deja vu kind of read again, once more, I'm going to read that. And with reading comes the possibility and the probability of some weight gain. Do I eat more? instead of less. So today I'm going to eat, do I calorie count? Less than 2,222 calories. Foods. And be somewhat active. I did a couple minutes of exercises this morning. These were my weights. Why do I use water nowadays instead of actual pound weights? Because I can't. Because my injuries, wounds, historical, geographical, financial, happened. All happened. Others. I use it as a weight and then I drink. I like that. So when somebody showed and told that, oh, you don't remember, that I didn't remember because I didn't do the same as I did historical. It doesn't matter, did I have a head injury and I had temporary amnesia. I didn't want to do it. I moved forward. I'm recovering. I'm recuperating. I'm going to do more. Not exactly the same as I did earlier, before, although. And maybe I'll adopt a new fur baby honeybee. And what I like about this kind of lifestyle is that I do like gardening, botany, although I don't have to do any weeding and I don't have to do any lawn grass cutting. I don't have to trim back any hedges and or trees myself. I don't even have to hire, and I don't have to hire staff to do all that anymore. And there's not any snow shoveling, driveways, city sidewalks, paths. I liked it when I was younger. Later in life, and I worked when I was younger. And sure, being famous is a bite, isn't it? Even if it's just a teeny weeny tiny bit. And I'm not the best and I'm not the worst dancer that ever attended those three centers, Mississauga Senior Citizens Center, Cawthra Road, and Square One Older Adult Center, and Active Adult Center of Mississauga, although I had lots of fun. And it's a great group of teachers, instructors. Just because some administrators didn't like me, who cares? Who cares? I'll be back. I'll be back. Even if it's just with a book, I'll return. They don't want me active there because they're frightened of something or other, like maybe getting sued, maybe getting arrested and judiciary punished. Maybe because they're frightened it'll happen more and they're responsible as, and they'll maybe get all that and or fired and unemployable themselves since. I vomited. I nearly died. I could have choked on my vomit. I remember I was hugging myself like this, trying to roll over. I was trying to figure out how to roll over. In and out of fainting, I tried to roll over because I wanted to wait out and not choke on it. And then when I did that, when I was trying to roll over and just let it out, I had nowhere to go. I couldn't stop it. The paramedics, when they got to me, eventually in the ambulance, they gave me an anti-nauseant. And they checked my glucose and sugar levels, everything, and I was not diabetic. Some people showed and told, oh, she does this and that, she must be diabetic. No, I wasn't diabetic. I have one sugar a day, honey, when and if and when. And or when I'm out, I continue having at least one double or a triple, when anything, one and or two, and or as many sugars as I want. I don't care. And then I'm doing walking. I'm walking it off. As I remember when I was recuperating from this, my cholesterol went up. So I did my research. I ignored any orthopedic surgeon that told me, don't walk anymore. Don't do it. It's not good for your knees. It's not good for you. I'm like, off I went. And everything reduced, including sugar, potassium, cholesterol, All that stuff came down. I didn't use any medications, not any medicines, not anything pharmaceutical, prescribed prescription medicines. Now I began taking supplements like biotin and stuff. Some didn't agree with me, but biotin and all that exercise reduced all. Other people on social media, videos, YouTube, whatever, they were so proud of themselves saying being active, being physical, being athletic. It's not healthy. It's not good for you. When did that happen? It never happened. It's all what they did before, not all during, all before. And all later since. That's the killers. It's not smoking. I mean, I smoked and I was lots healthier. Look at me now. I can faint just like that for not any reason. Now, did I not vomit? Which I did vomit lots. Oh, it's in my hair, everything. It's awful. It could have been exhaustion. Although it could have been sinus bradycardia, it could have been low blood pressure, it could have been the return of influenza type A virus positive. Although I went elsewhere and I was tested negative. I don't know. And when I went to my doctors more since, nobody cared whether I had influenza and or had COVID-19, severe acute respiratory syndrome. They gave me more pain relief and want me more physiotherapy, whether I agree with all the physiotherapy movements or not. And I like to get massages. When I got manicures, the manicurists gave me some hand massages, and I've had other massages, and I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me. I know I have stress, but although stress is not a mental illness, stress is a normality. Only stalkers try to make it into more than it really was and is. And I will be moving those by the end of today. I just want them there. I feel so more comfortable. I feel like, because it was his spot, space here most, and I just, feel more comfortable. And I'm not that kind of person that's pharmaceutical this and pharmaceutical that and counseling this and counseling that. I figure when I get a good doctor is willing to listen to me for about 5 or 10 minutes and then just get on with his and or her life and properly medicate me with them when I need a pain reliever and there's evidence everywhere, test results and everything. That's the kind of healthcare worker, that's the kind of healthcare team I want. Now they might tell me to restrict potato chips and stuff like that. And I'm like, whatever. And I do that. Yesterday was Mother's Day and that's what I wanted to do Mother's Day. I wanted to 2 days. I'm not eating any of that today. Maybe later this month. I don't know. I don't want to return to the active adult center of Mississauga and have the not anymore. I don't want to have them not doing more, not Employment Standards Act and alleged volunteering, and not did more, not do more memberships, and not do more human rights. You know what I mean? I don't want them to do not more Employment Standards Act, not more alleged volunteering ones, not more memberships, and not more human rights. Human rights come and go. I'm not a stickler for that because I figure free speech when I'm around. Do unto others as you want to be done by. Should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not be any censorship there. Although if you try to practice racism, bigotry, discriminations, prejudges, prejudices, all about all to and all about me, and since they did, of course, you know. And, you know, when somebody phone called me, I should have recorded it. It would have been hilarious. Hilarious. My mom witnessed the whole thing. That she had wanted me to stay home and not be active at the center. She wanted me to keep away. It was a big upset that I was ill. And I'm like, she didn't even want my mom to play bingo. More during. And I was like, whatever. She didn't want me there in case I'm ill. I know, I'll get another doctor. So she was like, oh, I know you've had medical concerns earlier. You've been sick. Really? She threw that in my face. All purposefully, not wrong. I'm a migraine sufferer, and they used me. They wanted me to work there, and they accused me of all sorts in 2019 and 2020. And of course, I showed up with doctor's notes. And I told them my mom wants to play bingo. My mom has rights to play bingo there. My mom doesn't want to play bingo there. We'll go elsewhere. We don't care. I remember when it was the reasons for the doctor's notes, which they denied and or ignored during that alleged COVID-19 SARS, and they wanted me to wear dirty masks on my face off floors they picked up on the table and wanted me to cover my face all the time, etc. I was like, no. That's why the doctor's notes were given, because you kept yelling at me and I didn't deserve it, and you were all purposefully bad and all purposefully wrong and didn't do all that other stuff that I mentioned instead. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault at all. So you don't want me there? Fine. I won't come back. I've got a book. I'll attend that. What are you going to do to stop me attending that? Right now, I'll vomit on some books because I didn't feel well. I've exercised elsewhere. I've gotten physiotherapy elsewhere. Anybody could drop. Anyone could have a heart attack, a stroke, a fainting spell, exhaustion, and vomiting, flu, COVID. It doesn't matter. You don't pick on me. I'm like, here's another week. I won't be there because I'm not guilty. And I don't care that she's disabled, alleged, has a seeing eye dog. She's seeing impaired, and she has a guide dog. That does. She was not always like that, as far as I know, and I don't care. And all my supporters there, all my friends and acquaintances there, they should care. And I hope they did. I hope they do. There's no way to run a business, a conglomerate such as that, since they changed the name from Square One Older Adult Center to Active Adult Center of Mississauga. I tell you. I told you. And police showed and told me, as well as some others, when and if I returned there earlier, don't give them your actual name, give them your name, but don't give them your address and personal contact, and be very selective of all information you give them. Do they internet trolling and use that, and they don't, it's them, not me. It's them, not you. It's them. They're the ones. And do they contact, I mean, sure, I could have went to the police again about the harassment that happened. I mean, maybe there was some sincerity with the phone call, although I have had a membership. I had the membership. That doesn't justify membership. She didn't do membership. It wasn't me that didn't do membership. I was just ill. And I wasn't ill before going there, it could have even been just a migraine. I mean, I traveled since and I didn't vomit. I didn't get travel sickness. It was just maybe a migraine. I have one right now, a bit of a migraine. And I wasn't listening to music loud with headphones on. That doesn't cause the migraines. It's usually stress. So later on, when I finish doing what I'm doing, I'll just go lay in a dark room with a hot beverage of some kind or other, or some kind of Pepsi Zero, or anything zero, and or ginger ale. And with migraines, I get a lack of appetite. I don't eat when I have a migraine. I hate. I'm not a hater. I hate food. Food is my enemy, and often beverages are my enemies too, and I have nothing to do with them. you know, I don't even drink water. That's possibly why one of the reasons I get dehydration is because when I have a migraine, I don't eat and drink. It just, but that's not what I had. I had influenza type A virus, low blood pressure, sinus bradycardia. Not probable, not possible sinus bradycardia. Sinus bradycardia. It was below 60. And it was when I was in the hospital as a patient this year at some time or other, it was in the 40s. It was below 49. And then it just stayed at 49 a while. It just remained there. And then it eventually went back up in the 50s. And I find when I'm active, athletic more, that's why I like to. Some people thought I was hyperactive or whatever. I'm not. I'm just trying to keep my heart. Like I said, if I had a compact treadmill, I could exercise this morning 10 or 15 minutes in the morning, 10 or 15 minutes in the afternoon, 10 or 15 minutes in the evening, get the heart going, and it would have been probably out of sinus bradycardia. So when I finish doing this, I'm going to walk around my apartment a little bit, probably do 60 or 70 steps before I sit down more or lay down more. Yeah. I mean, that's the soup I want. So probably have that. And then I'll have my English breakfast tea. I know it's later in the day, although I'm going to have my English breakfast blend, one serving of tea. And then I'll have this, and then I'll have those other foods I mentioned earlier. Goodbye, diet foods. Sayonara. Hit the road. Although I do have a box of Skinny Food Co. spaghetti left remaining, I am going to have that tomorrow. Although the sauce, not anything low calories, none of that stuff. No, regular, original, and or plain spaghetti sauce and meatballs. Although the meatballs are veggie, plant-based. I'll probably have 4 of those at least. That's only one meal. Spaghetti and meatballs, here I come. I hope so. I got mail recently. I haven't opened it yet. I'm waiting. I've received lots of mail. The Lady Fatima Shrine, I've received mail from. I'll open it eventually. There's plenty of time before the end of this year. Lady Fatima. She's like a god herself to me. I go up the stairs. I went up the stairs. I'm going to try once more in my lifetime. At least one more time. Get up those stairs. Give her a penny for her thoughts, and then around the other end, penny for my thought. A penny for my thoughts, and then on the other side, penny for her thoughts, and see what happens. Will I be returning back to Canada alive? I am wicked. Who is the evil one there, really? Was it me? And I'll probably go in the gift shop if it's open and buy some kind of tag or something. I want another one. I have my cat that died, Lady Fatima, kind of tag on it, never leave kind of thing. And I might get something else, maybe even a bookmark or something, because I like to read. And not everybody likes me to. But years, the photo over my pages. And anyway, this day and age, it surprises me. Probably any and every book club will probably go to ebooks and just do a lot electronic books. Libraries these days, since that it surprises me any of them are open and books. I mean, how many people have had a library book borrowed and got sick? Influenza type symptoms and or COVID type symptoms and or as cold. More than three. I'm not just talking about North America. 2025. Oh. One of my favorite hairstyles nowadays. That's better. Gotta clean my mug and put it away. For months. Cupboard. Kitchen cupboard. Till next time, Halloween. This is yesterday, Mother's Day. Oh, I got a message of some kind or other. Ding. Oh. If it's a phone call, when important, I'll phone back. And when not, I'll just end the phone call rather abruptly. This is how I cross my legs today. Not very ladylike, although during this live stream. Cheers. Coffee. And honey, honey. And Annie, I showed and told that I should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, need not have at least one honey. Some days, one day, every day, any days, any times. Why? Seriously, I'm not killing any animals doing it. Honeybees don't. I mean, honeybees are honeybees. It's not like I'm killing anybody. It's good. And it can be considered meatless since the honeybees, most honeybees don't die making made honey. Nothing greater, nothing better than real honey. With and or without pasteurized. It's like, you remember in the old days, well, historical, geographical, financial, when milk used to be delivered door to door and it would have a certain lid and you'd get the cream. Those days, Weetabix and all other cereals. So milk. Where was the sugar? I don't know, and I don't care. I haven't had cereal in a long time. I'm craving cereal. Maybe this winter I'll have some cereal. Some oatmeal. Maple and cinnamon or something. I, in addition to liking and loving honey, loved my new condiment, brown sugar and cinnamon, sugar-free syrup. It's good. And the other day when I was out, I had some vanilla sugar-free syrup. That was good. And elsewhere I had some sugar-free syrup too. That was good. Better and greater and better than all those sweet and low kind of stevia kind. those awful sweetener packages, powders. Oh, I'd rather just have the real thing, whether it be white sugar or brown sugar. When I'm having a double double, I don't want to have those sweet and low um, Splenda, stevia, sweet. I want the real stuff, sugar. Sugar and 2 creams. However, often I'll ask, do you have any almond milk? Do you have any almond milk that's plant-based? Can I have that and 2 sugars, please? And it tastes like cereal. It tastes so good. It tastes like cereal. I feel like it tastes like cereal. I like it. And I like doing the social media too because I don't mind if you talk about me being nuts. I like to show and tell I am what I eat. And I ate a nut. More than one nut. I am nuts. In fact, I'll be right back. I'm going to get something and I'm going to eat it with you all. I don't have any. Oh wow, I thought I had some nuts. I don't. Well, that's disappointing. Oh, I don't have any. Must have ate them all. Brazil nut. Oh, okay. I wonder if I can eat any of this. So I'm going to tell them. I've not ever opened it. And I know it's sort of like, it's not necessarily diet food, it's just less sugar. It's been in my cupboard a while. It's vegan, it's suitable for vegans. What's the date on it? Is there one? It's been in my pantry for more than, since 2024. Oh, I can't have any of that, can I? Best before. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, it's never been opened. I wonder if I can eat at least a little bit. Have it at least once. And it's hazelnut. What's the calories in this thing? Here's the ingredients. Per serving. Well, let's open it and see what it looks like. A hole in the middle. tastes okay. I'll be right back. It's good. I'm not eating chocolate like I promised my cat, although I'm going through physical therapy. I'm trying doing that. I don't know why. I'm just saying. I'm gonna have one more cracker. I already know when the Afro's eating. I love it. That was good. Maybe have some more tomorrow for the end of my physiotherapy. I see all though. I got chocolate all over me. Put this in the refrigerator. Put it in my refrigerator and have more. Good. It's just low in sugar. I don't mind that. I'd like to put a spoonful of that in my coffee. Later. Coffees. This coffee, it was so yum. Delicious. Good. Awesome. I'm going to read all your comments in a minute. I'll be right back. What are you doing? So sorry. I really want to meet you. It makes me sad seeing you this upset. Everything is going to be okay, love. Who is this person? I hope you're safe and well. How much would it cost for you to get on the floor and bark like a dog? GLF. Do you like younger men? Do you have OnlyFans? I can give your threat. I can give your throat a nice warm coat. Say hi to me. Say hi. Say my name. Please say my name. Say hi, please. Said hi. Hello, I'm unsubscribed. Aw. Hi, you good? Do you have an OnlyFan? Hi, how are you? Who's behind you? Who is this? I'm Avril, Avril. Avril and Pets for Babies. Bellis's Fairies Gardens. Avril Bellis, the Hedge Witch. October 31, Halloween 2023, and all other times. Celebrated Halloween. I am Foodie Beauty. I am Caffeine Queen. I'm Avril Bellis. That's who I am. And I'm also into well-being and fitness, obviously. And yeah, this isn't gonna kill me. Well-being and fitness. Part of my fitness journey. Ooh, scary. Oh my gosh, I lifted something. Mom, do you want more tea? What? Who knows? It's gonna be a yes anyways, because I'll make it. Give it to her because she's. I liked my foods. This is good. It's not that low in calorie. I like it. Although the name went really good with my crackers. Start crackers and cheese, crackers and spread. Maybe I'll get more this year. As since the expiry date. Or is it? I don't know. Tasted good. Drink some water. Get myself my English breakfast blood tea. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye. Have a nice day. Be kind to all, everyone, everywhere. I know I did. Kindness. I was kind. Goodbye.